SportGlobe. Craig Butler for National Football Program. Waste of time. Check out the speed. This episode is sponsored by J&J Garage. Top quality, cheap prices.
Garage, we do excellent brakes and clutch repair. Pressure plates, flywheels, disc brake pad, brake shoes, clutches. Any job you have, cars, vans, jeeps, buses, trucks, and tractors. Just call J&J Garage, 1-876-408-3836, 887-7504 for all your pickup and delivery service throughout the 14 parishes in Jamaica. 1-876-408-3836. J&J Garage, giving the people what they want. Top quality and cheap prices. We give up to 2 years warranty on reline disc brake pads. No one come close, no one. Top quality, cheap prices. Thank you. Have a good day from J&J Garage.
Welcome again, Sports Club fans out there, and just want to say thank you very much for joining us again here on our YouTube channel, and we do appreciate you. We appreciate all the love and the support that we have been getting over the years. Thank you so much, and it's greatly appreciated. But want to be able to have a little conversation, a little thought process in regards to Jamaica's football and what's in the news and circulating in the news in regards to Jamaica football today. And I just have a few questions about it, and maybe you can also share in it and just let me know what you think and what's your idea in and around it. So I'm just going to give my own little opinion about it and maybe a few questions in regards to it, and you guys can tell me what you think. But it's pretty I think it's annoying me sometimes when I've seen it's happening, and and we operate like something. But anyway, so the whole saga with Craig, but I don't even know if it's a saga because it doesn't look like the other party is even responding. So it is Craig Butler campaigning in regards to Rudolph Speid appointment, or campaigning because Steve McLaren had left the job and it's an opening that has opened up. So here's a few things that I have been thinking about. So Craig Butler, as Jamaica had lost, and the whole thing about who is going to be the coach for the Reggae Boyz, has set out on a major campaign. Every single media entity that I can come across me, he has been on it. Every single YouTuber out there, he has been on the program. I don't know if him invite himself or they invited him or whatever it is, but it seems to me that there is a campaign that is on. Nothing is wrong with that. Campaign all you want for whatever you want and do what you want to get into the game. But one of my first questions I must ask, and I ask myself too, why is the reason for the campaign now? Why was the campaign not before the start of when Jamaica was looking for a new coach for this World Cup campaign? Why not start a campaign then and get the coaching job then? And I'm not even so sure if he's looking for the coaching job, but from my understanding, I think he wants to, get the coaching job. Because let's go back a little. Craig Butler is an individual, of course, owns Phoenix Academy, and he had started out in Jamaica quite a bit and been in Jamaica football quite a bit, in the CASAFA. And just I want to remind you guys that Craig Butler, while he's talking about corruption and all that kind of a thing, is somebody who had brought the JFF to court already, right, over a club matter. Well, not the JFF, but he had brought CASAFA to court, and the JFF had certainly upheld the ban at CASAFA under the presidency of Stuart Stevens at the time. They had banned him in regard to taking football administration to court. So JFF had upheld the ban as well. So he was banned and barred from practicing, football in Jamaica for a while. And hence the reason why he had gone away to Europe and that kind of thing. So, and of course, when he came back, the same person or the same individual, Rudolph Speid, was the president of CASAFA, and Rudolph Speid would have been the one who would have released the ban from him so that he can practice football in Jamaica again. And it's the reason why he's back in Jamaica. So let's remember that. At the same time, Craig Butler wants to be the coach of the national program, but I'm yet to see or yet to hear him talk about his certification in terms of the sport that he practices in, the sport that he loves so much, the sports that he is so passionate about, the sports that he is demanding that he wants to be the president of JFF, he wants to be the president of, different clubs, he wants to be the president of many things, and he wants to be everything and all thing football, and he's the greatest thing since football was invented. I'm yet to see his results in regards to football and Jamaica's football in particular. Because the only thing I can recall that he has achieved in Jamaica's football, right? And I'm not so sure if we should attribute all of that achievement to him, right? But, you have to give Caesar what is due to Caesar, if it is Caesar's own anyway. Is Leon Bailey, right? I'm not so sure if he had fully pilot Leon Bailey talent and career to where it is today, or is when he went into Europe, then Europeans had an hand into it. Who knows? I don't know. But he's accredited with Leon Bailey. With the other youngsters that he has, I can't say they're not even there yet, because being into the under 20 team in England, they're not there yet. So I don't even want to call them name and say because they're not there yet, and we're talking about senior football and thing, right? So, but seem to be very controversial all the time. One of the things that I am suggesting though for Craig Butler is that if you want to get into the football, and if you want to get into the football business and the business of football, why not do it the right way all the time from day one? Why not start making a contribution, from club level or from schoolboy level or from whatever level, and then get into football administration? One of the things that I've noticed with Rudolph Speid is that he have gotten into the football and went through all the different facets and different administrative part and participated, even when the administration is not too happy with the administration, because before he got even to JFF, he was always working with JFF and the different administration that came along, right? And he had gone all through it. He had taken Cavaliers from nowhere to somewhere. We have seen that with the club. Now Phoenix is your club, Craig. Why not take Phoenix just like how Speid would have taken Cavaliers right up onto the pinnacle of football, winning the league on more than one occasion? Why not do the same thing with Phoenix and go through the process? If you want to get into football administration, be a part of something that is going to let people see what your talents are, let people see what your contribution can be. Get into it that way. Get involved into the football administration and get yourself up. If you want to be the president, you have to start somewhere. If you want to be the coach, you have to start somewhere. And you have to get the requisite things to get there. Why not do these things? Right? So, you can't be sitting on the thing and talking and say, them not doing this and them not doing that. You are there since you know so much about it. Get involved in it. Get your Phoenix Academy into it. Get yourself into it based on everything that you know. You went to Europe and you say you have a wealth of European experience. You know everybody. Tom, Dick and Harry. Right? Get involved. You came back to Jamaica. Utilize all of that experience that you get. Get involved into the thing. They can't shut the door on you, you know. They cannot shut the door on you if you are making meaningful contribution. I mean, there's always going to be the politics in sports. There's always going to be the politics in our society. There's always going to be that. I've looked at Rudolph Speid and he have gone through the whole politics of the football. He had gone through several administrations that he had agree with, disagree with. They have quarrels, they have ups and downs, everything. Right? But he had gone through it and make himself available and contributed, even when he's not in agreement with it. I think you should do the same thing. You can't just sit down and you're setting up a campaign now. No, I personally believe that is the best qualified person in the country to get the job. Give them the job. It's only a short stint. There's only 2 matches. If it's the only person that is closest to the competition or to the team so far, right? Let him finish it then. Let him fail. Let him fail altogether then. Right? Since as everybody is saying, since as you were saying that him was, overshadowing the coach and the McLaren never get to do his job because he was overshadowing. Let him finish the thing then. Why not let him totally fail? Let him fail then. Since as he started it, and since as you all think that he's the person that is, failing the team, let him fail all the way. Then you can say, Speid, you need to walk away. But you can't be asking him to walk away when you are not even putting yourself in a position to assume the position. So you want the coaching job. Who knows what kind of certificate? You don't make your resume available. You're only talking about your experience in Europe. It's not experience, People need things. They're running a business. People need things. You have to have documentation to say, this is why. So, you're going to tell a next man who think like you and think that, so I'm experienced in football too. What about all those other persons out there who think them experienced in football? Paul Hall, everybody who is out there that think them experienced in football. Right? Marshall, all of them experience in football. They practice the coaching internationally out there in the international world. Why shouldn't they think just like you too? Why you think that you are the best qualifier, you are the best fit for the job? Right? You might say that are taking up for Speid, but listen, if we all to speak truth to the matter, speak truth to the matter. It doesn't matter what you want to think. Speak truth to the matter. If it is that you need to have a resume to get the job, you need to have the resume to get the job. Because then anybody can get the job. Everybody is measured by their resume to get a job. So put yourself in line. If you want to be the president, put yourself in line. Do the things that is going to get you there. Don't sit on the fence and you make a quarrel and you cuss and you fight and you're going all of the kind of things and you're all over the place. You just spur a lot of the things that I'm seeing and a lot of the things that you're saying is just putting a whole lot of negative things in the young men's head that is going to be playing some 2 crucial games that they have. You don't need to put in segregation between coach and players at the time. You need to be supportive, and that's one of the things that I think you as a person that is experienced in football, you should be putting your experience towards the thing, whether you like the coach, yes or not. Put your experience in it too. Get the young men to go out there and give their 150%. Not here putting separation between players and coach. This is not even the time for it. Our box is up against the wall. This is one of the times that you can show up and show that you are worth being the national coach. Not because you're not appointed, but because what you're doing, maybe it's in the back or it's in the front, wherever you want to do it, is supporting getting us to where we need to go, because that is the goal. It's not about you being the coach, because whether or not you is the coach, yes or no, football is going to be played in Jamaica. So get yourself together and get in line. Be a part of something that is going somewhere. Show us what you have contributed to Jamaica's football overall. Apart from say, boy, you have 2 players who playing over in Europe or 2 players who play over in there. And then you're talking about Speid want to put his player into the national program. But I see you get a stint in a Premier League club. You brought all your kids. All of your kids in administration. You brought even your son that wasn't even playing football anymore. You brought him in. Full time, 90-minute game. And he wasn't even fit. Wasn't even ready to play football. But you brought him in. So, you know, little things that you can get into, little things. People can always be bumping heads about who do what and who do what and who do what. But guess what? We need to stop the say and the nay, because it gets nowhere, right? If the JFF get together and they say, hey, listen, we're going to be selecting this person, and these are the reasons why we selected this person. We might don't like it, we have to accept it and move on and support it. Because a lot of us, you know, we're quarreling and we think, but what if, right? What if Rudolph Speid qualifies us for the World Cup? What is it that you're going to be saying now? Is because of corruption why we qualify for the World Cup? What is it that you're going to be saying now? Is it that he's not a good coach why we qualify for the World Cup? Is it that the program was never ever good why we qualify for the World Cup? Is it that the players was never your players why we qualify for the World Cup? What are you going to say? So listen, I would think as a big man in football and somebody who has been around international football, one of the best political things that you can do is support the football. Find a way to get involved. Because getting involved doesn't mean that you stay outside and when things happen, you are the first to be hopping around the entire world and talking about what is not good. I want to leave that to us, man. We as fans, we need to be doing that. That is not for you. You are in the thing. You are part of the structure of the thing. You are the one who is making, you know, the contribution through your youth program and that. Those are the things that you need to be focusing on and doing and talking about how you can do well at it and provide better opportunity for the national program and the youth program and that thing in terms of the youngsters that you have. Not to be dividing up the coaches and dividing up the team and dividing up, you know, the whole thing. The conversation that you are having is, we supposed to be having that. We not into football. We just outside talking. And that's what we can do. We are just fans of the thing. You supposed to be supporting. Right? So, you know, I think Craig Butler, you need to get involved. You know, so for me, full speed ahead to Speid, you know, borrow another YouTuber thing, full speed ahead, Jamaica qualify. But Phoenix, Craig, you need to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. So that's my take on it, guys. What your take on it? Remember to share and subscribe and leave your comments with me. Tell me what you think about my views. Tell me what you think about your views and share your own ideas as well. It's not a quarrel and a fuss, you know. This is just ideas. We're just talking. Let's have the conversation and keep the conversation going. SportGlobe YouTube is available. So tell a friend to tell a friend. And always tell a friend. SportGlobe, always.